We're back. This is truly a great night to be making a video. Everything's working as it should be, and it's almost December 13th, and it's almost 60 degrees. Fantastic shit. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. So another little bit of news. Occasionally in my presentations, you'll see a cheap 84-cent composition notebook. And what these are is I write down sometimes the entire script, sometimes just notes, sometimes just bullet points, but these are my script books, and this is my third one. Now, I've been around since October 2009, but really, I've only been making videos for about 4 years. I've been here for 6. I took 2 years off, kind of. There were like 2 years where there weren't very many videos of mine. But, so in those 4 years, we'll say, I have filled 2 script books. This is my third. The other 2 are battered, ancient, and fucking weary. Here we have, Tender Balls. I memorized don't block your tweets in my head. I didn't write those down. And tonight's presentation, but we're going to begin with another round of Dear Aldus. Tweet your questions at Aldus Valor. Use the hashtag Dear Aldus. Let's see. At Lexi for Prez writes, Dear Aldus, my boyfriend and I made a special video, but now we broke up. What should I do with it? Send it to me, and then I'll tell you what you should do with it. But send it here. Send it to me. I promise I won't make copies and distribute it to all my friends. At Felfop writes, Dear Aldus, I got my dick caught in my zipper. What should I do? This was sent yesterday. If you're still in that predicament, I can speak from experience here. Getting your dick caught in your zipper is the most pain you can possibly experience as a man. It's tragic. And there's only one way out of it. And at Charmingman93 writes, Dear Aldus, I'm totally gay for you. When can you give my anus the smashing it craves? Well, Charmingman, I'm afraid that isn't going to happen because you need to be just a little bit older. And as we're about to discuss, age is not a social construct.
Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Like an outcast? Felt like you were born in the wrong place at the wrong time? We've all been there. And I have self-diagnosed this feeling as a mental epidemic.
Oh boy, we're off to a great start here.
Symptoms may include, but are not limited to, waking up and engaging in child's play one moment, and then in the next moment realizing that in 10 years or so you'll be an adult, expected to have a job and fend for yourself, and it's time to figure things out. Which may also lead to a chain of events causing an emotional breakdown. You also may wake up and want to conquer the world in the morning, and that's also a totally normal symptom as well. The name for this is similar to the likes of transgender. Transgender is where a person feels that they've been born into the wrong body and into the wrong gender. Trans-age-ism is where an individual feels like they are the wrong age at the wrong time.
Now, given the Sweet 16 watermark in the corner of her video and the Sweet 16 everywhere throughout and in the title, I have to assume that she's only 16 years old. So I can't do my usual shtick with the super sexually charged insults. I can't do that, but I promise you, if you stick around to the very end, you will be rewarded. But Aldus, isn't the entire point of her video that feeling like you're a different age is totally normal and it should be accepted and respected and supported? Well, I suppose you're right, other Aldus. If she feels like she identifies as an adult, I see no reason why she shouldn't be allowed to vote or enter the workforce. Now, I know that in many, if not all states, 16-year-olds can get a work permit and enter the workforce, but why stop there? We don't need those child labor laws. They stand in the way of progressive ideas like Transageism acceptance. And parental health insurance, who needs that? I mean, if my 12-year-old sister can go out and get her driver's license, I don't see why I can't go out and get my own insurance. Look, there's a reason why kids can't vote. It's because they're idiots. Right? Oh, well, I identify as a 35-year-old, successful, independent, and strong career woman. Oh, I'm a tigerkin. I'm exactly like a tiger in every way, except I'm also a vegan. And it's not like it gets any better with adults. Go out and ask any 10 adults for the name of the congressman that represents their district. And then go ask a 12-year-old what their favorite fandom is. And then come to me and tell me how frightened you are for the future. Middle to upper class kids literally have nothing to fight for. So they make shit up, like some phantom patriarchal terrorist organization, or issues like Trans-age-ism acceptance.
Age is really but a number after all.
Well, if that's not the battle cry of child rapists everywhere. And it's not just kids. It's not. It's social justice warriors of all stripes. But it's especially the kids that invent problems out of nothing without realizing the implications of their solutions. But officer, she identifies as 25. Honest. Well, I actually identify as 12 years old, so my student technically raped me. And you know that shit's gonna happen. Aldus, just stop. You're being ridiculous now. No full-grown adult would ever identify as a child. Oh, really?
Can't deny I was married. I can't deny I have children. But I've moved forward now, and I've gone back to being a child. I don't want to be an adult right now.
That was Stephanie Walsh. And I'm not even going to begin to attempt to spell it because it's in Welsh. But now that your initial shock is over, I want you to listen to that statement one more time and tell me if that's not the fucking mantra of the regressive left.
Can't deny I was married. I can't deny I have children. But I've moved forward now, and I've gone back to being a child. I don't want to be an adult right now. But I've moved forward now, and I've gone back to being a child. But I've moved forward now, and I've gone back. I've moved forward now, and I've gone back. I don't want to be an adult right now.
This is not somebody whose lifestyle we should accept. This is not somebody whose beliefs we should respect. And this is certainly not somebody who needs to be supported in their time of need. This is fucking dangerous. All right? It's not like he's going home by himself and living in this big empty house and pretending to be a girl. That's not what this is.
And I just live my life like I couldn't when I was in school.
How are things in your life now?
Well, I have a mommy and daddy, a adopted mommy and daddy, who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl, and their children and their grandchildren are totally supportive. In fact, her youngest granddaughter, when I was 8, a year ago I was 8, and she was 7, and she said to me, I want you to be the little sister, so I'll be 9. I said, well, I don't mind going to 6, so I've been 6 ever since.
Don't tell me he's not hurting anyone. Those kids are going to be seriously fucked up when they get older. He is damaging them. Oh, Aldus, stop. He's not really hurting anybody. And why do you keep using the masculine pronouns when clearly Stephanie wants the feminine pronouns? Are you serious? He's not hurting anybody? Look, okay. I'm using the masculine pronouns because before Stephanie was out as transgendered. And I use air quotes because there are clearly some underlying issues here that need to be resolved before we can consider Stephanie competent enough to know that she's actually transgendered. And not just some fucking lunatic that needs to be locked up in a straitjacket and put away from productive members of society. But before Stephanie was out as transgendered, Stephanie was married for 23 years and fathered 7 children. A wife and 7 kids that Stephanie abandoned to go play Barbies and Easy Bake Oven.
Age is really but a number after all.
Yeah. So is alimony and child support. This is a shout out for a user named Sister Danger. If you haven't discovered her channel yet, go watch her videos. A link will be in the description of this one. She's fantastic. Go subscribe.